Hello, Mr. Burns. Okay, so we've had success. We've had success. It took a lot of work, but I did. We did get it done. There's your watch, and it's hard to believe that a watch that looks like this had such extensive acid damage. But it was pretty extensive. It was pretty gnarly. But thankfully, for the most part, you really didn't suffer a whole lot. I mean, the thing we always worry about with an acid leak is dial damage because the battery's right under here. You have a little bit of loss on the outside of this marker, a little bit on the bottom here. That's it. There was some damage around the outside of the dial underneath this chapter ring, but that's hidden. I stabilized all of that. The paint surface was loose, but it should be improved now. But it was rough. You still have some acid staining on the inside of this hand right here, a little bit hazing on the outside of here. You know, acid is not the friend of a watch. The rest of your watch is good. So, a few things. Firstly, my colleague in Australia was able to recreate the spacer for your watch. There it is. It's not it there. Seiko's was slightly different in that it had a sort of a very thin, flat section right here, but it doesn't appear that that's critical to have because it works perfectly. Your watch has a spacer. It's in there. The acid did two major things. First, it basically destroyed your train. This is your train, or what's left of it. The acid stained all through this. This is the remains of sort of a plastic shim that should be removable, and it's glued to the train bridge. This entire component. This is the heart of your watch. This entire component is dead. The coil sits here, and it sits inside this black plastic thing, and it's just that whole thing is junk. I did save. This is not your. This is called the spacer block. And this sits in there, just like that. And the watch is built around it. Your spacer block is in your watch. This is a very similar one. I just have it here for illustrative purposes. When the battery leaks, it leaks and it's sitting right here. This is sort of a fibrous resin-based plastic. And the battery acid doesn't like it at all. Or it doesn't like battery acid. And yours was just shattered and degrading all through here. And this screw down was loose as well. So I had to basically reconstruct your spacer block because this one's slightly different. This is for an H556, not an H558. So I reconstructed yours using two-stage epoxy and some layers of basically reinforcement to hold everything together. It's fine now, but first I had to get the acid off, and then I had to rebuild your spacer block. It was a lot of fun. So everything works. See, there's your light. There's your it all works. Everything works. Go. There you go. See, there's your chronograph. There we are. So anyway, it's all there. It's intact. It has all new seals. Everything has been rebuilt. The case has been entirely cleaned. All the acid is gone. The watch movement is rebuilt. Everything is repaired. There you go. And that's why you send these to a specialist like me and not a corner store generalist, because they're going to have a harder time dealing with these problems than I am. But I am happy to say your watch is completed and it's ready to come back to you. Okay, thank you so much.